Hello, YouTubers, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, if you think I look a bit strange here, it's because I've been some kind of sick for more than a week. My eyes were like very swollen. I don't know what happened, and then I got some headache and stuff. So I am basically staying inside. Now, what I want to talk to you about is buying a house or a condo in the Philippines or in Thailand, for that matter. I am quite young compared to some of the guys who come here. In June I'm gonna be 55. I have a lot of experience in my life with real estate and losing and gaining. But of course, all the gains were stolen by my ex-wife in Norway, so I got nothing from 13 years of marriage and investing and doing clever decisions for our future family. I mean, our family's future. And so there you go. Then there is this urge that you want to own something yourself, correct? You want to own some real estate. You want to, maybe you are like me, you like to grow some plants, vegetables, fruits, and have some animals. That is the ideal situation. Now, if you're in the US, I have never been in the US, but you can see in the US there are a lot of people who are able to buy a substantial piece of land, and they go off-grid, as they call it. Here in the Philippines, you know probably the rules that you are not allowed as a foreigner to own land here. You're only allowed to own a building, but then you must make a company where a Filipino or Filipina is a part of the company. And then you have a partner. I do have a partner, and what I did, I built a very cute little house for her. But it's quite nice. There are tiles there. There's a nice toilet. You just need to improve that one. So that house, as of now, has cost me 100,000 pesos, which would be divided by 50, so that is like $2,000. Okay, so it's not gonna really destroy your financial stability, right? I was persuaded to invest in a condominium that was not finished in Pattaya, Thailand, and they said it's gonna be finished in 1.5 years, and that's bullshit. It took, and this was back in 2016, January 2016. It never became really finished, and finally I didn't have the money or interest to buy or back up the payment schedule. So I lost 100,000 baht plus the reservation fee, 20,000 baht. So of course, with 100,000 baht, which would be the equivalent to, I think, 750,000 pesos, I could have a nice car instead. Now, also in view of what happened in the world, and especially in Thailand for the last years, it's not really attractive to go there and invest something there, because suddenly you are shut out from your own place. You know, you cannot use your own place. But the most important thing is that if you are a retired person, you And maybe you have nothing. Maybe you lost everything, like I did in Norway. I don't even have 1 square centimeter of land in this world. Um, but the Bible says we came here naked and we will leave here without nothing when we die. So that is what you realize as you're getting older. A very good friend of mine, Norwegian, living in Pattaya, I just found out he's dead. And he was like 65. Well, he was a heavy smoker and heavy drinker, smoking and drinking beer all day. So that might be the reason why he's dead at such a young age. My point is if you come to Thailand or Philippines and you meet these people who want to sell you a condo or a house. Now, why would you do that if you're already, let's say, like me? I'm gonna say I'm 55 soon, and I was approached in the mall here in Digos by a lady who was very eager to present for me a project. They call it Princessville. It's a small gated community just outside of Digos city. Very nice house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 floors, but on very small plot of land, very very small. You can almost jump from from your roof to the neighbor house's roof. So that's how close it is. For the first, I don't understand why they build houses that close. In Norway, we had some area built up like that in the early 1970s. Very very close buildings, and we call it rabbit cages. So number one, I don't want to live in a rabbit cage where I can actually see what the neighbor is cooking, or I don't need to have a TV. I just watch their TV from my own living room. But the main point is that if you are like me, you need financing, then it would take, if I have a 20-year down payment for that house, I would pay almost $600 per month for 20 years. Now my retirement funds is, how can I put it? It would eat up almost half of my retirement money. So am I willing just to make my partner excited and happy? Am I willing to spend the resting my later part of my life in paying and paying and paying, and then I cannot afford to have a car, I cannot afford to travel, I cannot afford to even to eat nice food. That is just rubbish, Like I told you, you can put a bamboo hut or small concrete house in the province. It can be very cheap, affordable. Then you can add some aircon and amenities, a ref. You need electricity and probably also a power generator, which I have to buy. So I'm gonna actually build a house on my beach property. It's not on the seaside, but it's like 2 minutes walk from the beach. So I got that land extremely cheap, and I will just put up some very simple building there from the very beginning. So maybe I will spend 200,000-300,000 pesos during a long run. But basically, I would advise you to rent. Okay. The thing is, here in the Philippines, if you want to rent a fully furnished apartment. Many of the guys, they will ask you for 3 months advance and whatever, and then that you make a 1 year contract. And my brother, when he lived in Cebu, he had to pay 1 year's rent up front before he could move in. So 12 months of rent. Now he had a good job, he made a lot of money, so for him it was okay. But if you are not that rich, it's not okay, right? So I think that maybe we will go, me and my partner, we want to travel to Thailand, Indonesia. We want to travel to Norway, of course. I'm a Norwegian, so, and we're planning to move to Spain. So even here we are thinking of, she wants to really to have a new car, a nice car. And yeah, you can have a nice car and you pay down the loan financing for 5 years, okay, 5 years. But that means that you basically are stuck here in the Philippines for 5 years because you're gonna pay maybe $400. Yeah, $400 every month, just for a nice car, not something very posh, not something very big and powerful. So that is the point, Take care of yourself. Don't build an expensive house. You cannot bring it wherever you go when you die. If you're like me, you think you're going to heaven, to paradise, or if you are a person who believes in reincarnation, you cannot bring that one to your next life. Unfortunately, Jesus also said, do not gather treasures on this earth, because here the thieves will break in, the rust will destroy, the moths will destroy, and so forth, fire, all these kind of problems that happen in this world. So there is really no good reason for you to destroy your finances. Enjoy your retirement and be financial free. If you have a rental, then you just can move. Bye. So the problem here is in the Philippines is that so many of these rental places, they have no furniture, no aircon, nothing, no bed, no ref, no cooking area. I mean, like a gas stove and all that kind of stuff. I had to buy all the stuff here. But that's okay. I don't know how long I can stay in this house here in Digo City, because the son of the owner, he came over and he was surprised that I have built quite a nice big coconut lumber house in the backyard here. And he was surprised because he was planning, he said, to take over this property. He lived here before we moved in, but he didn't want to live here. Of course, the place was full of rubbish. So what I did, actually, I built that house on top of all the rubbles. So there is no reason for him to to be unhappy. I will not destroy anything, but I will tear down that house. I will bring it to the province, of course. So I hope you got some good information. Do not invest in properties here. You're not going to live forever. We don't even know what tomorrow is going to bring. So just enjoy life. Take care of yourself and those who love you. God bless.